Welcome to Machine Solutions, where we take you deep into the fascinating world of forestry and timber production. Here, we showcase the hard work, the powerful machines, and the remarkable processes that turn towering trees into lumber for homes, furniture, and everyday life. In today's video, we'll follow the journey from the forest to the mill, covering logging, transportation, and processing, giving you a front-row seat to modern wood production. Our journey begins in the rugged forests of Idaho. This is where the logging process starts, and the first step is felling the trees. Traditionally, loggers relied on chainsaws and hand tools, but modern forestry uses specialized equipment that makes the job safer and faster. Here we see the TigerCat LX830D feller buncher, equipped with a powerful hot saw. This machine is designed to grip, cut, and neatly stack entire trees in seconds. The operator, seated safely inside a reinforced cab, maneuvers with precision. With its hydraulic arms, the feller buncher holds the trunk steady, while the circular saw blade slices cleanly at the base. This method not only speeds up production but also reduces the risks for human workers. Once felled, the trees are carefully laid down in bundles, ready for the next stage of the process. Watching this machine in action shows how much forestry has advanced, from muscle-powered labor to hydraulics and steel. It's the beginning of the journey that will eventually transform raw timber into the lumber used in construction and woodworking across America. The TigerCat LS855E shovel logger takes center stage. This machine is built for strength and stability, with a long hydraulic boom that allows it to pick up massive logs, swing them across rough terrain, and place them precisely where they're needed. Unlike traditional skidders, shovel loggers can work effectively on steep or uneven ground, which is common in forested mountain areas. The operator's skill is vital. Each motion must be deliberate, grabbing logs with a heavy-duty grapple, swinging them across slopes, and stacking them neatly for loading. Efficiency at this stage ensures trucks can be filled quickly and safely, reducing downtime and fuel costs. It's worth noting how modern forestry machines are designed with sustainability in mind. The LS855E minimizes soil disturbance, helping protect the forest floor. Many forestry companies in Idaho replant trees after harvest, ensuring that the industry remains renewable for generations to come. This careful balance, using advanced machinery to maximize productivity while maintaining environmental stewardship, is what makes today's logging operations so impressive. And with every log moved, we come one step closer to the sawmill, where the transformation into lumber truly begins. After felling comes yarding, gathering the cut trees and moving them to roadside collection points. This stage is just as critical as the cutting itself, because it determines how efficiently logs can be transported to the mill. From Idaho, we move to the forests of Western Oregon, where yarding takes on a different form. Here, the focus is on transporting logs out of the forest and onto trucks bound for sawmills. Oregon's forestry industry has long been a backbone of local communities, and the terrain requires unique solutions. Steep slopes and dense forests often make it difficult for ground-based machines. That's where cable yarding systems and powerful loaders come into play. In this segment, we see machines working seamlessly to collect, lift, and load heavy logs. The yarders use steel cables to pull timber from places where wheeled machines cannot reach. Once gathered, loaders stack the logs in precise piles, ready for transport. Loading the trucks is an art in itself. Each log must be positioned to balance weight and maximize the truck's capacity. Skilled operators ensure that every trip carries as much wood as possible, reducing the number of journeys needed and cutting costs. Timber transport is more than just logistics. It's the link between forest and mill. Without efficient yarding and loading, production would grind to a halt. Oregon's operations highlight how much planning and engineering goes into simply moving wood from one place to another. And as those trucks roll toward the mills, we move closer to seeing how raw logs become sawn timber. The first thing you notice at Chilco is the log yard. Trucks loaded with freshly harvested timber arrive throughout the day, bringing in wood from forests across the region. Each truckload is carefully inspected and scaled, meaning the logs are measured, weighed, and checked for quality. This ensures that every piece of timber entering the mill is put to the best possible use. The Chilco Sawmill, located in Athol, Idaho, is one of the flagship operations of Idaho Forest Group, IFG. It represents the heart of modern American forestry, where raw logs harvested in the field are turned into high-quality lumber that supports homes, businesses, and entire communities. Let's step inside and see how the process unfolds. From there, logs are unloaded and sorted by size and species. Sorting is critical because different trees produce different grades of lumber. Larger diameter logs may be destined for beams or specialty cuts, while smaller ones are more suitable for dimensional lumber like 2x4s. Next comes debarking. Logs pass through powerful machines that strip away the bark, leaving behind clean wood. The bark itself isn't wasted. It's collected and later used as fuel for the mill's boilers or as mulch for landscaping. This is a key theme you'll see throughout the mill. Every part of the tree is used. Once debarked, the logs head to the primary breakdown area. This is where the real transformation begins. Massive band saws or circular saws slice the logs into rough cants, large squared-off sections of wood. Operators monitor the process using sophisticated computer systems that scan each log, determining the optimal cutting pattern. This technology ensures maximum recovery, meaning as much usable lumber as possible is taken from every log. The rough cants then move to the edger, where they're cut into precise dimensions. A cant may be turned into several 2x6s, 2x4s, or other sizes, depending on demand. Precision here is crucial because the lumber industry relies on standardized dimensions for construction. After edging, boards pass through a trimmer line, where defects are removed and lengths are standardized. Laser-guided saws make quick, accurate cuts, ensuring the final product meets strict quality standards. By this stage, the boards are beginning to look like the lumber you'd see at your local hardware store. But there's more work to be done. The lumber is graded, both visually and with the help of scanners. Grading determines the strength and appearance of each board, assigning it to categories that dictate its use. Higher grades may go into visible construction like flooring or cabinetry, while lower grades still serve vital purposes in framing or industrial applications. Next is drying. Freshly sawn boards contain a lot of moisture, which can cause warping or shrinkage if not properly removed. At Chilco, the lumber passes through massive kilns, essentially giant ovens that carefully control heat and humidity. This process can take several days, depending on the thickness of the wood. Kiln drying not only stabilizes the wood but also helps prevent pests and mold. Once dried, the boards go through a planer mill. Here, each piece is smoothed and brought to exact final dimensions. What was once a rough, splintery plank becomes a clean, uniform board ready for market. The final step is packaging. Boards are bundled, strapped, and sometimes wrapped for protection. They're then loaded onto trucks and shipped to lumber yards, retailers, or directly to construction projects. From homes in Boise to furniture shops in Spokane, Chilco's lumber finds its way into countless everyday uses. Leaving Chilco, we travel south to Grangeville, Idaho, another home of Idaho Forest Group's advanced sawmills. While Chilco highlights speed and large-scale efficiency, Grangeville brings its own unique strengths and processes to the table. Together, these mills form a network that supplies lumber across the country. As with Chilco, the journey begins in the log yard. Here, trucks unload timber harvested from nearby forests. Grangeville primarily processes Douglas fir, ponderosa pine, and other regional species, each with distinct characteristics. Before entering the mill, the logs are scanned and sorted. Sophisticated laser systems measure length, diameter, and even detect internal knots or defects. This allows the mill to maximize recovery and choose the best sawing strategy for each log. The debarking stage is similar to Chilco, but Grangeville emphasizes energy efficiency. Bark stripped from logs is immediately collected and routed to the biomass energy system, which helps power the kilns and other operations. It's a closed-loop system that demonstrates how modern mills strive to reduce reliance on fossil fuels. Once debarked, the logs enter the primary breakdown saws. Grangeville saws are equipped with scanning technology that creates a three-dimensional image of each log. This data guides the saws, ensuring that cuts follow the optimal path. By doing so, the mill maximizes yield and minimizes waste. One fascinating difference at Grangeville is its focus on value-added products. While standard dimensional lumber remains the core, Grangeville also produces specialty beams and boards for higher-end markets. This flexibility is a strength, allowing the mill to adapt to shifts in demand, whether from residential housing booms or commercial construction projects. After primary cutting, the process moves to edging and trimming. Just like at Chilco, the goal is precision. Edgers turn rough cants into smooth, dimensionally accurate boards. Trimmers then cut them to exact lengths, removing imperfections. But here, the mill uses advanced defect detection systems that automatically identify flaws and make split-second cutting decisions, technology that would have been unimaginable a generation ago. The lumber then enters the grading process. Grangeville combines human expertise with computerized scanners. Experienced graders examine the wood's appearance, while machines measure density, strength, and other physical properties. The result is a reliable grading system that ensures builders receive lumber suited for its intended use, whether structural framing or decorative applications. Next comes kiln drying. Grangeville operates some of the largest kilns in the region, capable of processing vast quantities of lumber at once. Each kiln is carefully monitored to maintain consistent temperatures and airflow, ensuring uniform drying. This step is vital. Properly dried lumber resists twisting, shrinking, and cracking, making it dependable in construction. The dried lumber then moves to the planer mill, where it's surfaced to exact specifications. Boards emerge smooth, straight, and ready for use. Here, the quality of the finished product is most visible. The transformation from rough-cut timber to polished lumber is complete. Like Chilco, Grangeville makes full use of byproducts. Chips go to paper mills, sawdust becomes animal bedding or wood pellets, and bark fuels boilers. Nothing is wasted. This closed-loop system not only supports sustainability, but also adds revenue streams, keeping the mill competitive in a global market. But perhaps the most striking thing about Grangeville is its connection to community and heritage. For decades, the town of Grangeville has been tied to forestry. The mill provides jobs, supports local businesses, and contributes to schools and infrastructure. For older viewers, it's worth noting how the lumber industry has changed. What once required dozens of men with hand saws is now done by powerful machines and computer-guided systems. Yet the spirit of forestry, hard work in harmony with the land, remains unchanged. The Grangeville mill also represents the future. With increasing demand for sustainable building materials, wood is making a comeback in construction, even in high-rise buildings, thanks to innovations like cross-laminated timber. Facilities like Grangeville are poised to meet that demand, supplying not just traditional boards, but also products that reflect modern architectural trends. Packaging is the final stage, but even here, Grangeville shines. Bundles are organized for efficient shipping, with barcodes and tracking systems ensuring that each shipment can be traced from forest to customer. This traceability reflects growing demands from consumers and regulators for transparency in the supply chain. Together, Chilco and Grangeville complete the journey. From forest to log yard, from saws to kilns, from rough timber to finished boards, they show us the incredible process that keeps America building. And that brings us to the end of our journey, from towering trees in the forest to neatly stacked lumber ready for construction. The world of logging and milling is a remarkable blend of tradition, technology, and sustainability. We hope you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at modern forestry. Don't forget to subscribe to Machine Solutions for more in-depth videos on machines, mills, and the industries that keep America building.